is the suspension of on-site classes due to extreme heat. Over 1.3 million learners are affected amid the intense dry season. The Education Department reported almost 4,000 schools were forced to suspend their on-site classes due to the unbearable classroom conditions caused by the extreme heat. Majority of them are in Western Visayas with about 990 schools, followed by Soc-Sargen with 801 schools and Metro Manila with 183 schools. Because of this, teachers groups called DepEd to expedite the transition to the old school calendar. Transitioning back to the previous school calendar is expected 3 school years from now.
Now, with the continued suspension of on-site classes due to the extreme heat, how do we make sure students are still learning?
To delve deeper into this issue, we have Save the Children Philippines Health and Nutrition Advisor, Dr. Amado Parawan.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for inviting.
Yes, now DepEd has said that we're reverting back to the old school calendar.
Gradually.
Gradually. And now, several classes are being suspended naman because of the heat. Now, what are your insights about this suspension of a lot of our schools of their classes?
Yes, sa Save the Children kasi, I think we believe that yung rights ng mga bata sa health, sa development, at saka participation and protection should be respected. And then, of course, supportahan dapat natin ng government para ma-fulfill yung rights ng mga bata. No?
Yes.
So, sa health, yung heat wave kasi, of course, alam naman natin, sa health talaga, may epekto yan.
Right.
But again, yung mga bata kung nasa school at saka merong masyadong mainit, di ba, hindi maka-focus yun sa classes. No? So again, that's part of really upholding the rights of the children to health and also protection pa rin and also development.
Oo.
Kasi kailangan nilang matuto, di ba, sa schools.
Right.
So, then kung i-shut down yung mga classes, then we have to come up with alternative modes.
Yes. Before po tayo makapag-usap doon sa mga iba pang mga importanteng details nga po dito sa tawag dito, yung pag-adjust ng schedule ng mga klase, no? Dr. Parawan, ano po yung, para po maisa-isa natin, ano po yung mga health implications ng pagpunta sa mga paaralan during, eto nga po, kasagsagan ng kainitan ngayong panahon natin, Doc?
Yeah, ang exposure to extreme heat talaga, it poses a risk to everybody. But children, higher ang risk doon, di ba? Because yung development ka na ng body is still, parang yung body nila nagde-develop pa, di ba? So again, it is very important na kailangan talaga bantayan natin yung ng mga bata, no? Condition ng mga bata sa schools. Saka of course sa bahay, no?
So ano po yung mga, kasi sabi po nila, pwede naman, sige, i-suspend natin ngayon yung klase, 'di ba? Gawin natin minsan alternative delivery modes, no? Yung sinasabi nila ADM. Pero meron din po bang implications when it comes to eto na naman po tayo, parang hindi na naman tayo mag-on-site classes?
Yeah, so, of course, 'di ba? Alam natin na there are schools and teachers who are really doon talaga ang conducive for learning. But then teachers are more capable to teach and then to supervise the children, the learners. No? Pagdating kasi sa bahay, di ba, maraming distractions. Okay? And then also, we don't know if the parents or usually the mother is the one at home, di ba? Kung meron ba siya time. Tapos, of course, we don't know the conditions din sa bahay. You know? Sa schools kasi, alam natin na congested ang mga classrooms. It adds to the, of course, heat sa classroom, di ba? Tapos kulang talaga ng classrooms ang Pilipinas. Kaya talaga ito yung nagiging problema. Pero again, iba ang environment sa bahay, which we should consider when it comes to learning ng mga bata. No?
That's right,
Of
Doctor.
course, yung mga materials din, di ba?
Correct.
Alam natin yan. Oo.
Yes, Doc. Now we're talking about yung alternative delivery mode, no? We all know that possibly sa Pilipinas, every year during tag-init, the temperatures are heat index umaabot ng 43.
Yeah,
Pag umuulan naman, masyadong moist ang environment,
Tsaka
malamig
bumabaha.
at bumabaha. Now, do you think, Doctor, na it is high time that we should explore integrating permanently at least a day a week or twice a week during these periods ng alternative delivery mode for our students? Do you think DepEd should start to open a discussion on probably integrating it sa calendar?
Yeah, of course, titingnan din natin ngayon, of course, itong heat wave, dahil to sa, of course, aggravated to ng climate change. Diba?
Yes.
Alam natin yung El Nino phenomenon. I think it's about time na talagang integrate siya sa lessons.
Okay.
No? Yung pagbabago ng klima. Diba? And then, of course, titingnan din ng Department of Education paano i-adjust yung mga school calendar. Diba? Or titingnan din natin how yung mga schools, no? Ano ba, conducive ba siya to learning when it comes to, ito na yung, whether we like it or not, meron na talagang climate change,
Yeah.
di ba? So again, titingnan, it's about time to talk about climate change and affecting children.
Right. Pero on your side naman po, Doc, no, sa Save the Children Philippines, ano po yung ginagawa ninyo to make sure po na nakakatulong tayo sa mga bata when it comes to these kinds of problems? And are you talking to DepEd as well? Ano po yung mga proyekto po ninyo?
Yeah. Una, of course, we're having this campaign, no? We're coming up with yung mga information cards on how to, of course, what is, ano tong na-experience natin about the heat wave, ano yung danger doon, ano ang mga signs and symptoms kung ma-experience mo na yung, una yung heat exhaustion, heat rash, pwede din yung heat cramps.
Yun, yung mga health implications.
Pinaka-deadly dyan yung heat stroke, di ba? Again, emphasizing the vulnerability, higher risk sa mga bata. No, sa Save the Children kasi information drive. We support the move of DepEd to, of course, for school heads to suspend classes because of this situation. Pero merong alternative yan, di ba?
Yeah.
So, some schools, mas maaga ang start ng class, di ba? Tapos hanggang 10 o'clock lang. That's a good move. Tapos yung hybrid, pwede sila mag-online and saka modular, di ba? Pwede din yun. But of course, we have to make sure that kami sa Save the Children, tinitingnan namin na ano yung situation sa bahay, di ba? Of course, titingnan din yung ano yung parenting, no? Kasi alam natin kung hindi mabantayan yung bata sa bahay,
That's right.
iba na ang gagawin nun, di ba? And also we are supporting livelihoods also sa isang project namin sa mga farmers. Also importante yan kasi of course yung mga bata kailangan kumain yun, pero di ba apektado ngayon mga farmers eh.
That's right.
Oo. So again, also water conservation. We're also moving towards that. No?
Pero Doc, let's talk within the bounds of yung, of course, Save the Children's known to make sure na may proper nutrition ng mga bata.
Yes.
What now can as parents give our children the right kind of nutrition during El Nino, during a heat wave? What kind of food will help the children cope better para mas maganda concentration, the body won't break down as easily?
Yeah, importante kasi heat wave kasi hydration, uminom ng maraming fluids, no? Tubig, most important yung juice, pwede bawasan muna natin yung kung pwede coffee, kasi nag-a-add yun yung coffee and then soft drinks,
Okay.
kung pwede, huwag muna, no? Plus of course, when it comes to nutrition, we have to make sure that yung immune system or yung resistance ng bata ay talagang malakas yung kanilang resistensya. Di ba? Kasi itong mga bata, again, I mentioned earlier, di ba, mas vulnerable sila, no? So, nutritious food should be given, no? So, alamin natin kung yung parents maka-afford or makabigay ng multivitamin supplement, mas okay yon, di ba? At saka kailangan yung, of course, yung exposure kasi yun talaga importante. And aside from food, and then also the beverage that they take, di ba? So yung exposure talaga sa heat ang magkukos ng heat-related illness.
Alright, on that note, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Save the Children Philippines Health and
Thank you very
Nutrition
much.
Advisor, Dr. Amado Parawan.